How to boost conversions like crazy with multi-step pop-ups. Now, when a lot of people think about pop-ups, they think of like the old school pop-ups, right? Either those horrible pop-up windows that used to like take over your computer, or they might think of the more recent versions where it's like just a single page opt-in form that asks for your name and your email address, and basically you either fill it out or you don't, right? And there is a way to increase the conversions that you get from those kind of traditional style pop-ups, right? And in this video, we're going to talk about two of the primary methods of creating multi-step pop-ups for your website. So let's get into this. In this video, we will cover what a multi-step pop-up is, what is the Ziegarnik Effect, the two best kinds of multi-step pop-ups, and how to create both kinds of pop-ups easily. So what is a multi-step pop-up? Multi-step pop-ups generally start out as a link or a button. They usually have 2 to 3 steps involved to get through the pop-up process. Now, why 2 to 3 steps? The phases of a multi-step pop-up. Your user clicks a link or a button, have them follow your call to action in the pop-up, usually filling out a form, and then you display a thank you message or redirect them to the resource that actually they were interested in, right? The reason they clicked the link or the button, the reason that they filled out your form. It all depends on your goals. So why does this work? It's because of the Ziegarnik Effect. The Ziegarnik Effect is a phenomenon that was named after a Soviet psychologist named Bluma Ziegarnik, and it suggests that the human brain is bothered by incomplete things. Allow me to demonstrate. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so you probably completed that tune in your head, and that's because of the Ziegarnik Effect. People's brains are bothered by the fact that something isn't complete, right? And that's exactly what multi-step pop-ups do. They are the Ziegarnik Effect in practice. And I'm going to show you 2 kinds of examples of these types of pop-ups so you can see exactly how they work. But basically, you see a link on a page, you click it, and then the pop-up happens. And it's like, no, you've opened up a loop. You clicked that link because you wanted to see the thing behind that link. But first you have to fill out this form, and your brain is in this state of expectation, right? It wants what you clicked the link for, and so that a person is more likely to fill out your form so that they can complete that action, right? So we're going to talk about 2 different examples that I found so you can see how this Ziegarnik Effect works with the multi-step pop-ups. Don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon though. Okay, we are at the OptinMonster blog, and I wanted to show an example of a link-based multi-step opt-in, right? So we're at this article, there are 30 content upgrade ideas to grow your email list, and naturally we've got a content upgrade option here. It says, exclusive, download our content upgrade checklist for a step-by-step guide on how to boost your conversions with content upgrades. And you see this link here, you click on this and you think, okay, I'm going to be taken to a checklist like an article or maybe a printable PDF or something along those lines. But let's see what happens when we click on this link. We now see an opt-in, right? And we actually didn't get the one that I was originally expecting. I was expecting to see something asking for a name and an email address, but instead what you've got is, it tells you a little bit more about what you're getting, right? Checklist content upgrade, how to grow your conversions by 785% using psychology. So you have 2 options, right? Yes, I want more conversions, or no, I have enough leads, right? Well, you already clicked the link, right? We know you want this, so you're going to click yes. And now it asks for your name and your email address to get the checklist. So this is playing off that Ziegarnik Effect that we were talking about, right? You already opened the loop. You made the decision that you wanted to download this guide, right? So not only did you click the link after making that decision, but then they forced you to make a decision again. Do you really want this thing? Yes, I really want it. So how much more likely are you going to be to put in your name and your email address to get that checklist now that you've made the decision twice, right? You've opened that loop twice in your mind that you want this checklist. So you're probably likely to get it. This is a lot more effective than this right here, right? If this opt-in was right here, you probably would have skipped right over it, but I guarantee you on this page, this opt-in here outperforms this one heavily. It's just the way that Ziegarnik effect works. So that is, I just wanted to show this to you so you could see it in action. So not only did you get to see a link-based one, but you kind of also got to see a yes or no. So I kind of gave you a little bit of a sneak peek, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at kind of a pure yes-no opt-in option as well. We're now at neilpatel.com. Neil Patel is kind of a big online internet marketer. And we're at his website, right? And he does kind of an interesting take on this. Instead of putting it inline, I'm sure somewhere he'll have this kind of inline, or he'll have like the click the link to see the pop-up, or if you go to leave the page, you might see an exit intent, a pop-up that happens as you're about to leave the page. But he actually puts this very aggressively at the top of his blog, and it kind of floats down with you. It says, do you want more traffic? Yes, I want more traffic, or no, I have enough traffic. And you'll see this tactic a lot with these yes or no opt-ins. They'll give you a question, but they'll phrase the answers in such a way that unless you click yes, you're like, you almost feel like you're a loser, right? So you'll like, yeah, I want to make more money, or no, I'm happy being poor, right? And those are some of the wordings that you'll see on these. But anyways, you have do you want more traffic? Yes, I want more traffic. So naturally, everyone wants more traffic. So you're going to click yes, and let's see what happens, right? So instead of giving the pop-up, what it does is it takes you to a landing page. Now this is actually more aggressive than I prefer, but this is probably working out well for him, or he might be in the middle of doing a test. My preferred method is the way OptinMonster does it, where you have that opt-in, it pops up, and you can choose yes or no, and then after you've completed all of the steps, you've opted in, you're still on the page that you want to be at, unless like the opt-in redirects you to the resource that you were trying to get a hold of. Usually it'll just email the resource to you that you're looking for, and you're still on that page that you were originally interested in before you went into this little Ziegarnik Effect opt-in loop, right? So this is an example of the yes or no option for a multi-step pop-up. Alright, I am about to show you how to create these excellent multi-step opt-ins. The tool that I like to use is OptinMonster. I've used it for years back before when it was only a WordPress plugin. It is so much more now. If you want to check out OptinMonster, see all of the various features that it has and ways that it can help your business and your email list grow, I've got my affiliate link down below this video. Go ahead and give that a click to give them a visit and see what they're all about. If you want to see what how to make these opt-ins, then keep on watching, because we're about to get into that starting now. We are now going to walk through step by step creating a link-based multi-step opt-in. Then we are going to create a yes-no multi-step opt-in campaign. So let's start by creating the link-based opt-in campaign. You start by clicking the green Create New Campaign button. We're going with the pop-up, and then we're going to select whichever template that we like. I'll go with this one. You're now going to name the campaign something that you can identify it with. I'm going to go with link-based multi-step opt-in, and we'll start building. So here you would update the appearance of your opt-in. I'm just going to leave it as it is for this for our example here. Next, we want to go to the display rules. So let's assume that you're happy with the opt-in, you're happy with the success page and how it looks, okay? And you can change all of the text, all of the colors here, what you want the buttons to say. We're going to go ahead and click the display rules, and instead of using what it normally has, which is going to be like time on page, we're instead for OptinMonster going to click Monster Link. It's on click. Once you've done that, you can click the Copy Monster Link code. Next, we're going to go to the integrations. Here, you would add your email integration, and they have a large list of very popular email providers, and they have basically almost any that you could need. Next, you're going to go to Publish, click the status to Live, and then you've got various options down here if you need some instructions on how to add this opt-in to your website. Now for WordPress, they have a helper plugin that you can download and install into your website, and if you're on any other platform, then you can just use this, you can copy and paste this simple JavaScript snippet here. Once you've done all of that, you would click save. Now it's giving me an error here that I don't have a website selected, so I would just add my website here, and then you click save. And now I'm going to show you the code that when we clicked that copy monster link, it actually gave you the HTML code. And this is literally the HTML code that you would paste into your web page. So you would have, your blog article text here. And what this would render out is article text here, get the free guide, and then it would have a link that says click me. And when you click this link, it would then pop up your OptinMonster pop-up. Now we're going to create our yes no campaign. So let's go ahead and click on the green create new campaign button. We're going to leave it at pop-up, and then we're going to choose our same template. We're going to name this one yes no campaign and click start building. Alright, so we have everything looking the way that we want, but it's not a yes no campaign yet, right? We've got our opt-in, and then we've got our success views, but our yes no view is red. So we're going to go ahead and click on this, and you see this green enable yes no for this campaign. We're going to click that button, and now our yes no view is available, and here are the options that it automatically gave us for this view, right? It says looking for a tech bargain. We'll send you a sweet 50% discount coupon you can use on any order. You have the button that says shop and save now, and if you wanted to, you could change this to say yes, shop and save now. And then you've got the link here that says no thanks, I don't want to save money, right? And it's going back to what I was saying about the way they word some of these. Now you can change the text on these, and right, so right now we've got the shop and save now button. You can just say yes, shop and save now, and then under the no button you can click and change the text there, right? So that's how you change the elements right here. And now what we will have when we go to our display rules, you can do this time on page, right? So now someone's on your page for 30 seconds or 5 seconds is what this is currently set at. It'll automatically pop up, right? You can also set it as exit intent. So if the person is leaving your page, right, it detects the mouse exiting the page, then it can also show it. You can also set it up just the way that we did previously with the other one, right? Where you get that HTML link, the monster link. So you can change it to that, and then when someone clicks the link, you'll have the exact same style that we showed you when we were on the OptinMonster blog, where it's a link. You click it, it pops up the yes or no. You click yes, then it takes you to the opt-in form, right? And that is how you set all of that up. And then once again, everything's the same. You're going to choose your integration if you have one already, or if you haven't, you just click, so for example, you could do MailChimp. Actually, I'll choose, because I already have MailChimp set up. Let's go Marketo, right? And I don't have a Marketo account set up in here, so I would put all this information in, and then I'd click connect to Marketo. And it's the same thing for any of these. If you don't have an account already set up, that's what you would do to set up your email integration so that people get added to your email list. And then finally you go over to the publish, flip this status to yes. And then, you've got, again, all of the ways that you can integrate to the different platforms. Once you've made all of those updates, you're going to click that save button, and then the opt-in will be available for you to use on your website. Here's what we learned: what multi-step pop-ups are, what the Ziegarnik Effect is, how we can use the Ziegarnik Effect in our marketing, and how to make 2 types of multi-step pop-ups. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe.